A major political battle is brewing in California over election rules. A new initiative to require voter identification has officially gathered over 1,300,000 signatures. This easily clears the threshold needed for the November ballot. If passed, the measure would amend the state constitution to require photo identification and citizenship verification at the polls. Supporters call it a common-sense approach to secure elections. However, civil rights groups and Democratic leaders strongly oppose the measure, calling it a voter suppression tactic. This sets up a fierce clash with Governor Gavin Newsom, who recently signed a law banning local governments from requiring voter identification.
A fierce policy dispute has erupted between Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger and the Department of Homeland Security. The conflict centers on an undocumented immigrant facing state murder charges. Federal immigration authorities requested custody of the suspect to begin deportation proceedings. However, Governor Spanberger refused, stating the federal government must first obtain a signed judicial warrant. Administration officials quickly pushed back. They argue that judicial warrants are not used in civil immigration cases, and they accuse the governor of protecting a violent criminal. The standoff highlights a growing national divide over sanctuary policies and cooperation between local authorities and federal immigration enforcement.
Republican Representative Tony Gonzalez of Texas has announced he will not seek re-election. The decision comes after the congressman admitted to a romantic relationship with a former staff member who tragically died by suicide last year. Gonzalez had been facing intense pressure from House Speaker Mike Johnson and other Republican leaders to drop out of his upcoming May runoff election. While Gonzalez plans to finish his current term, he is currently facing a House Ethics Committee investigation. Under congressional rules, lawmakers are strictly prohibited from having romantic relationships with their employees. His departure adds uncertainty to the narrow Republican majority in the House of Representatives.